All right, so it's time to check out this home. I think this home is, I don't remember what year. It's like 20, 25 years old. It's been completely remodeled though. It's really nice. We'll get some questions from Sharon and I. We'll look at the outbuildings and the property. This place comes with 250 acres of ground, its own 15-acre lake. So there's a lot to take in on this showing right here. I'm Pocahontas, Arkansas. Been flat for the entire drive, and we're just now starting to get into hill country, so that's kind of good. Hey guys, Kapper here. Welcome back. Welcome to the next installment of this mini series as we are searching for our next forever freedom farm. We're not sure where that's going to be, but before we get into today's episode, I'm going to just run you through the listing for this property. It's a very nice 4,000 square foot home. It's a 250-acre property in northern Arkansas, and it's got its own 15 to 18-acre lake. Here's the listing real quick, and then we'll get boots on the ground, and we'll take a close look at this thing. Thanks a lot. Definitely not interested in a flat chunk of ground. River right here. It's a lot prettier out here than it was 3 miles ago. Alright, well, we hit gravel, and the property's about another 5 miles. Hill country, a lot of these wash out several times a year.
The two neighbors, not good. There's dogs running around.
We got 5 miles in.
Yeah. Looks like they just graded it.
Okay, so on these back roads, we pay attention. We try to get about a 2 to 3 mile radius around the potential future property. You want to see, who's living there. Do they got 15 dogs? Is it a dump? Is there decent houses? So you want to at least get an idea what's within a several mile radius of your potential new property. Steep hill right here. We're like 2.1 miles away yet. It's a slow ride. This is a really rough gravel. As you can see, there's big rock chunks. It's not like your normal gravel. It's definitely a backwoods road. Oh, as you can hear, it's a little rough. Mailbox here. 57 is it. So that's the other road I was saying might be closer to Blacktop. So
in 600 feet, you will arrive at your destination.
Yeah.
Okay, there's the mobile.
Okay.
And then the other.
Okay, yeah, it's on our right. We'll just zip up here about 1.5 miles or so just to see the closest neighbor. All right, so one of the biggest challenges we're seeing is you're not getting much bang for your buck in this high inflationary time. Also, we went up here a little ways, probably still the property on our right, and we found a couple deer carcasses chucked in the ditch. So that tells you, you know, there's some poaching going on, whether it's a cattle farmer getting rid of deer or rednecks or whatever. There was a couple of fresh carcasses that had been chucked out of a vehicle right up here on the shoulder of the road. Okay, here's the entrance of the property up on the left. There's 2 homes. There's a really nice remodeled 4,000 square foot home overlooking the lake. And then there's a brand new double wide home here also, which was always part of our plan to have an extra home if we could for visitors and the kids and stuff. So let's check it out. Hopefully,
So there's like a square in here that was.
yeah, and there's trails right there.
Well, there's a highlight right there.
There's a mobile home on the right.
Is that where he was against?
There's a truck there. I don't know if he'll see us. That's him. There's the house right here.
Well, there's the buggy. It's got a smoker. It's got a 3-pit smoker.
Yeah. Is somebody living in there?
In the manufactured home?
Yeah.
Mhm. The daughter.
Oh,
The
okay.
daughter and her husband. They're actually going to be moving.
Okay. All right, so it's time to check out this home. I think this home is, I don't remember what year. It's like 20, 25 years old. It's been completely remodeled, though. It's really nice. We'll kind of skim through the interior. We'll get some questions from Sharon and I of the realtor, and then we'll look at the outbuildings and the property. This place comes with 250 acres of ground, its own 15-acre lake. So there's a lot to take in on this showing right here. I mean, a lot. And of course, the price tag too as well, but let's take a look. Walking action.
Pretty nice of you.
Yeah.
No, it's not a remote control. Wow, switch it right there.
Nice. So is this 2,000 square feet up or 4,000 up?
You're
Do you
talking
know?
about from
The house.
top and bottom? Yeah,
Because it says 4,000.
it is. Yeah, that's full walkout down there.
Right, but so is it 2,000 up here and 2,000 down there?
It's close as far as you're looking for even number. It's close. It's almost full length down there.
So as far as the square footage goes, different places in the country lay things out differently. So when you have a full basement, let's just say for the sake of argument, you got 2,000 square feet up on top and you got some living area and bedrooms in the basement. Some places allow you to say it's a 4,000 square foot home and others say no, it's only the living area and the bedrooms, so it's a 2,000 square foot home with a full basement. So that's why you kind of want to pin that down as to whether it's a 2,000 or a 4,000, which could potentially make it an 8,000 square foot home if it's got, 4,000 up on top and 4,000 in the basement. But I don't believe that's the case here for this one. Is that outdoor wood burner functional, or do you know?
I'll have to ask him. It was previously, but I will get clarification on that.
They may have
somebody who assumes it don't work for me. Another bedroom here.
So what is there, 4? Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4 bedrooms. Okay. So they live in here then?
Yes.
Oh, okay. For some reason I thought it was empty.
Yeah, no,
Okay.
they do have another residence as well.
Okay.
So it's central air.
Yes, ma'am.
I saw an air conditioner.
Yeah, that's the
What was
garage,
that?
and they keep dogs in there,
Okay.
especially for our showings. And so we don't want to open that because
That's okay.
when we do, if they jet in here, you ain't catching them.
Oh boy. Okay.
We can look at it.
Yeah, it's very tall ceilings as well, but that's why that's in there. Dogs stay in there when they're
So I was
gone.
thinking,
Yes,
where's
ma'am.
the-
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Laundry unit here. Kitchen here. Second living area here. Coffee bar. Formal dining.
Do all the appliances stay?
All negotiable. Yeah, in the state of Arkansas, everything but a refrigerator pretty much is considered an attachment. So it stays. The only thing that would ever have to be written in on a contract, the refrigerator.
Okay, so like the washer dryer.
We can, in anything, washer dryer would be wrote in, same difference. Anything that's not considered attached. Washer dryer, refrigerator is not considered attached. Dishwasher, stove,
Yeah.
microwave, all that is considered, but it'll
Okay.
be wrote in and not a big deal.
Okay.
Very common in our state.
Okay.
Another half bath here, right off the second living area, which makes it pretty convenient.
Oh, nice.
Deck with a awesome view. My favorite part of the entire property is obviously that 18-acre lake out there.
Yeah.
What's the lake history? Was there a mine here or something, or?
Not to my knowledge. I don't know a ton about the history. But, and then obviously when you guys came in, that shop right there, it's kind of full of stuff right now, but got a full shop there. That, obviously, that outdoor awning there is for wedding purposes. But
Wheelchair.
it needs to be enclosed too.
Yeah.
Be a heck of a shop outside.
That big one, you mean? Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Do you know if that one's like insulated and with heat in that, or no? The shop.
I don't think he has heat in it. We can go in it too.
Okay.
It's divided. When you walk in one side, there's a wall,
Oh, okay.
and then the second part is enclosed as well.
So that LP, then, I'm curious.
And septic, do you know what it has for septic?
The septic, they get it inspected fairly often. I'll get an update on the last
So
time.
it's just that. It's not county.
No,
It's not a lagoon.
no,
Okay.
no. If you would have seen the house when they bought it, they completely renovated the entire
Yeah.
thing. Well, they had somebody do this, and the way the guy did it, he did it wrong. Yeah. To my knowledge, there's nothing has happened other than that.
And there's like no public access to that lake.
No, that's every bit of it's passive.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am. Every bit of that is.
You know
passive.
how people like to. Oh, look, water.
Well, if they do, they are trespassing. So you come down here, obviously, as you can tell, it's huge. They got a little theater set up here. You've got a full bath right here. It goes through to the second part. What they typically do when they have weddings here is where the grooms and the groomsmen hang out.
Okay.
So that this can kind of be their thing. That's why you see these airlines and out and stuff. But the guys have this entire section to keep them separate.
So when the thing was, that mobile home like for the weddings and that, or was that for them to live in?
That was for the daughter the entire
okay.
time. Because this is their main residence, their primary residence. And again, when they did this, they planned on this being for good.
Forever.
Right.
And then life happens, and then
Oh, we know how that is.
you know,
man. Yes.
so as we all do, you know,
Yeah, right.
it's crazy how it can change in a minute, you know. And then, you know, the husband, he's had some health issues recently, and there's a lot to take on. And so,
Do you know if anybody's killed any big deer off of this property?
I would have to ask.
Okay. All right, so let's go check out the backyard here again really quick. I asked about the deer hunting. From all of our learning experiences, my opinion is basically, hey, look, if there's hoof prints in the ground, if there's deer there, you can grow some bigger ones. It takes time, it takes a few years and patience on the trigger. But as long as there's a deer population there and you have some equipment and that, you can, make it as good of a hunting property as you can. Of course, he sent me some pictures. There's big bass in that pond, They advertised it as 18 acres. It looks like it's about 14 or 15 now, but the pond level definitely seems to go up and down quite a bit. But we're going to take a property tour here shortly, but there's more outbuildings and there's a lot to consider. But this is just a beautiful home. It's got plenty of room. I think of, gosh, if the kids do come and visit and that. So I'm already, visualizing those things. And it is a beautiful property. You'll see, the the side-by-side tour here in a few minutes.
Yeah. I was looking at it when we had this plan, and I was like, well, we might be in for a fun little looking.
I know.
Which I love.
So the shop is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. That's about 45. And this barn I'm going to paste this off. It's got real high ceilings, which is obviously good. Let me paste this off, I guess, here. So I'm pasting out these buildings. This big barn is really beautiful. Obviously, it's got concrete. It doesn't need a lot to finish filling it in, for my tractors and equipment and that. Put some double bubble wrap in there to give you a vapor barrier. But it's I don't remember how much I pasted off, but it's not quite. My current one is 40 by 100. This one is pretty darn close. I don't remember if it was like 36 by 100 or something close. But this is going to save you a lot of money here from trying to put a brand new building. And of course, Sharon's eyeballing these smokers. And he's like, well, they might be taking them with, but everything is negotiable, as in any real estate deal. You can put an offer in on anything. So let's keep going on the tour. That mobile home's right there through the woods. Okay, so now we're going to hop in a buggy and we're going to take a property tour, but this property was a wedding venue, or still is. So, this is a custom poured concrete, a nice path through the woods, and you're going to see here it's a really nice wedding spot in the woods. This stuff won't help us a whole lot, unless you could figure out a way to monetize things. And I already asked Sharon, I'm like, well, would you want to consider, like renting it out for weddings and stuff on a weekend? And she's like, I don't know about that and so forth. But anyways, that's why it's so unique. This was, set up to be a wedding venue for weekends and that. And it is very beautiful. So let's keep going on the tour. Is that the road right there? Or is that a different direction?
That is not the road. The road kind of runs more on the other side. It does curve around though.
Okay.
But what you're seeing, the reason that's cleared out, you see those utility poles. Down there too, so from the back of the house, as you see there, that's the landing there. And you see that little structure there, that people get married right there on that platform as well, which obviously would be a nice little fishing spot now.
All right, so they have a loop road that goes all the way around this lake. You're gonna see here, you're gonna see the dam straight ahead here, and then a quick turn off to the left. This is yet another different wedding venue, another custom made thing that doesn't help us much for the value of the property. I mean, maybe this, you could possibly close this in for another barn, but again, that's more money out of pocket, and it's kind of out in the middle of the woods. Very pretty and picturesque, of course, but let's continue around this beautiful lake and take the loop tour. And then I'm going to give you some of my thoughts on the woods, because there's a lot to take into consideration here. All right, so as we're taking this loop road, there's a lot of stuff that I'm observing here. First of all, I mean, it is oak and pines, but it's pretty scrubby, so there's really not going to be much timber value, as if you had, mature white oaks or walnuts or something like that. There's ridges and valleys. It's very beautiful. There's no doubt about it. But as you can see, it's all wooded too. So from a land management standpoint, all these ridge tops, if I wanted to put some food plots and really spread this property out, there is a lot of work to be done. These trees all need to be pulled, and either the stumps need to be ground down or they need to be plucked one at a time, and they're hardwoods, so of course the stumps don't want to come out very easy. So there would be a ton of work to turn this into a little bit better deer hunting property, add some food plots and food sources around the 250 acres. And then I didn't even go down into the valleys to see, what kind of road system we might have for a perimeter, but it's one step at a time. So let's continue on the property tour, and then I'll let you know where we're at on this particular property as of, real time, I guess. All right, so let me try to sum up where we are at now. This was a few weeks ago. We looked at a half dozen properties, and we did like this one, but here was our snags. One of them was that it was a little bit close to the road. We love the brand new mobile home, for guests, or if my mom has to come and live with us here at some point, that would be wonderful, and or a guest house. But with our due diligence, if you look at the aerial map here, there's a little 3-acre cutout. And when I initially talked to the realtor, he kind of basically said, it's no big deal. It's an old school district. The schoolhouse burned down many years ago. And of course, us having a lot of land experience, we're like, well, yeah, that's all fine and good until a school board member wants to put a playground there or some public venue of some sort. And it's literally right in your driveway. So in the meantime, they did track down the current owners of that 3-acre lot, which was kind of a variation of the old school district. And he asked if we were still interested, that we might be able to purchase that 3-acre parcel, to have control of it, since it's literally right where the driveway would enter. In the meantime, we've looked at several other properties, and today's January 23rd. I'm going to look at 5 more properties in Missouri this week, and we told them it's not it's not dead in the water yet. There's some things we'd like differently, but once again, we're not rich. I mean, we're going to go financially out to the end of the plank to make something like this happen, but life is short, and so we're going to continue our process. So this thing's not over yet, this particular property. Stay tuned. We appreciate you joining us. We keep it very real here, and we're going to look at more properties. So if you enjoy our stuff, please hit the like button, consider sharing it. We greatly appreciate that. And I'm kind of excited to see new properties, but this thing is just sitting there in the back of my mind because it's so beautiful. That lake is so beautiful. The home is beautiful. Ah, boy, man. All right, that's enough of that. Stay tuned. I hope to see you again. Thanks a lot.